Guess what, one and all? So this video got way too long, so I'm going to be cutting it into two halves for you, right? So this half one, and it has to do mostly with progress, and we will have half two, that is video two, coming up very, very soon. And by very, very soon, I mean in the next half hour or so. So stay tuned for that. And that one is specifically more tactics for trying to lose fat, as I was trying to do with my quarantine weight. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like and subscribe. And I hope you all take care and peace. The ultimate point of what I'm trying to say is, I think that if you're in an unhealthy range, would it make sense to either gain weight or lose weight if you're medically in unhealthy ranges? I would say yes. I'd say if you're medically just overly thin, very low body fat, right? It might make sense for you to gain mass, especially body fat, if you're outside of the healthy body fat ranges, especially obviously if your doctor is telling you that, right? Now, if you're on the other side, if you're too heavy medically, right? And not heavy, because heavy is a weight thing, and that has to do with mass, not necessarily fat, right? But if you have too much fat in your body, medically, according to your doctor, according to the person you're seeing, then it might make sense to try to lose some weight, but if you're more in these middle ranges, like I tend to be in the middle range, right? Maybe, I'm somewhere in the middle-ish range. Then would it make sense to put in a lot of time and a lot of effort, a lot more time and a lot more effort to try to lose just a little bit more, try to gain just a little bit more? I would say it's up to you. It's up to the individual. It's up to your doctor, obviously. You and your doctor, your counsel. By counsel, I mean your doctor in this scenario. But again, this is a very sensitive topic, but I would say, listen to your doctor, and, the payoff for, 10 more hours of jogging a week, or, I'm just making numbers up here, I don't know, but, 2 hours more of jogging a week, or whatever you do, right? It might not be worth it, especially if you have a family, especially if you have a job, especially if you have X, Y, and Z responsibilities, then it might not make sense. But obviously, I would recommend you to be doing some exercise, because that keeps you healthy. It doesn't just keep you trim, it also keeps you healthy. It keeps your muscles healthy, it keeps your mind healthy, it keeps your heart healthier. You do 30 minutes of cardio like 3 times a week. It keeps your heart healthier. So, try it. And again, ask your doctor. But we're going to get to the point of this video real quick, and I'm going to try to wrap it up here. But if you are on the heavier side, I wouldn't call myself on the heavier side, although in the middle of the quarantine, I kind of was getting there. And I lost quite a bit of body fat from my peak in the COVID. And for those of you interested in knowing how, I'll tell you how I did it. And I did it by cutting calories, but I didn't cut it to a horrible range. Most people eat 2,000 calories a day, and again, I'm older. I don't need calories like I did when I was 18, right? So, this is me. I'm not recommending you do anything, and I always talk to your doctor. I'm not recommending you do anything. This is what I did. I cut my calories temporarily to about 1,600 calories a day, which is so I'm at a calorie deficit, right? And again, I wasn't doing cardio all day every day. I was doing a little bit of cardio here and there. I was doing my thing, right? Now, what do you want to avoid also, right? This is something you need to know. If you have more muscle, you're likely to burn fat quicker. So one way to burn fat quicker might be to put on a little bit of muscle, so hit the gym, don't be afraid. Hit the weightlifting, or do a lot of calisthenics. Calisthenics is a great overall workout, body weight exercises. It's good for building muscle, but also for muscular endurance. And separate from that, right? what would I stay away from? I would stay away from refined sugars. Now, if you have a medical condition, I don't know you, I don't know your medical condition. Talk to a doctor, but if you're the average Joe, you may want to restrict your refined sugar. I say refined specifically because, like, if you're having like the sugar in oatmeal and grains, it's fine, it's great, it's perfect, right? If you don't have any medical conditions. If you're having the sugar in fruit, if you don't have any medical conditions, it's better. It's not as good as oatmeal per se, because that's a long carbohydrate, as opposed to fruit, which is a short carbohydrate. But what you want to avoid is refined sugar, like chocolates and stuff like that. And the reason for that is because I believe it increases estrogen, it decreases testosterone, and as a result, it makes it so that it's harder for you to burn off fat as quickly because your testosterone isn't as high. Separate from all that, what did I talk about? I talked about testosterone. I talked about calorie reduction, right? And here's the important thing. Here's the very important thing, right? Also, if you're saying I'm going to eat all proteins because because proteins are good, not like carbs. Carbs will put on fat, right? Yes, but wrong. Because carbs, right? We need carbs to function, and when we don't give ourselves any carbs, what happens is our bodies hold on to them, and we get the big bloated belly because our body literally thinks it's starving. Even if you're eating a lot of protein, it may think it's starving, so it'll hold on to all the carbs, right? So you're building a lot of body fat in the belly, right? So what you want to do, if you're in this situation where you're wanting to lose some weight for health reasons and your doctor says it's okay, I would say, again, maybe restrict the calories a little bit. I would say, while you're doing it, eat protein heavy. Protein heavy is very good. A lot of fish, a lot of chicken. Vegetable proteins are good, like beans and such. But I would say, as for carbs, right? Give yourself a little bit of carbs spread out through the day, right? Give yourself like a couple pieces of toast for breakfast, with your eggs and meat. Give yourself like a little bit of rice at lunch with your, whatever you're eating, like burger protein style, whatever you're doing, right? So these are just suggestions by me. I'm not a medical doctor, but these are things that I'm doing. So I hope you take it with a grain of salt. And again, consult your doctor. Oh, lastly, real quick, sleep. So if you don't sleep enough, did you know that you're building up a chemical, a hormone called cortisol in your body? Cortisol is if I'm not making the wrong term, but I think it's cortisol. It's a stress hormone, and what it does is it says, "Oh my God, I'm under attack. I better hold on to all my calories in case I need them later." So you end up building up fat because of the stress hormone, right? So if you want to get less cortisol in your body, get your proper amount of sleep. And I'll leave you at that. So I hope you all had a good day. I hope you all had what's it called? So I think I'm going to break this video up into 2 pieces. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all take care. I wish you all well. You're the best people. I love you all. Take care.